All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I'm istherenoonelse, and I am bringing you a PvP commentary from a fight that Lobo and I had last week during the no proc tests. Wanted to kind of talk about it, kind of talk about the no proc test and my experience, this fight in general, and just kind of explain, you know, my thoughts, kind of what we did well, what we didn't do well, all the good stuff. As you guys know, like I like to go through these fights and win or lose. Hopefully we can provide some information that may be useful. So yeah, these are the no proc tests, which means that the set combinations are limited. I'm wearing one of the two sets. I'm wearing two of like the 8 sets that are available, and we're outside of wow. We're outside of Dragonclaw. Holy cow. We are outside of Dragonclaw, and we had fought these guys at Winter's Peak, and they killed us, and so we respawned back because we knew they were going to come up here. And so now at this point, you see I got a lot of chain spam coming on me. There's one guy just throwing chains, and chains are really effective in a large group because if they don't pull, they're free to cast, and you just keep hitting them until they have an effect. So he is giving me free CC immunity, which is nice, but the problem is if I try to do any other line of sight besides this pillar, like if I try to go to a rock or a pillar, he's going to pull me back in. So they're setting up siege bubble. They have a bunch of AoE things. I walk right into the rune and I get knocked up in the air. Lots of radi regen going down. We're just trying to pick and choose our targets here. We're trying to find somebody or a group of people that are a little bit squishier. A lot of healing in this group. The groups in this event really took advantage of the AoE healing that is available. So lots of radiating regen, lots of larger groups running around, and the minute we drop a DB, they do a good job of counteracting with a barrier. And I talked about this a little bit last week during one of the videos, but it's really nice to not have all these defensive monster sets running around, because you're going to see in this fight people that don't defend themselves and don't pop their heal over times, don't act defensively, they die. And that doesn't always happen in the current meta when people are running around with Choke Thorn, Earth Gore, Troll King, all these other sets. And so I'm going to point those out when you see it. And yeah, we all have the same rules. We all have to basically use our heal over times, our offensive capabilities, the capabilities of our group, block, dodge roll, all these other fun things. And you can definitely tell like who's a little bit more of an experienced player and who isn't in these types of things, because yeah, if you make a mistake during these no proc tests, you really get punished for it, which is nice. It's a very rewarding change of pace, because it's so often you run across a fight right now, and this is a dull part. I'm trying to kill a werewolf. I wanted to see if I could. You still can't. So yeah, that's what this commentary is right here. But think about how many times, just as an example, you're fighting a Magsork and they have Engine Guardian going off, and Engine Guardian pops the health proc. And so all of a sudden they just have a mess of healing coming in, plus the line of sight capabilities of Engine Guardian. It's annoying. And then you go, okay, I'm going to bash it. And you go to bash it, and then it procs like 2 seconds later, and you got to deal with it all over again. It's a huge pain in the ass. And there's lots of monster sets like that, and it's really annoying to deal with. So at this point, a bunch of people started coming after us. They'd already killed me before, so I'm like, you know what? We got to back up. Lobo does a really good job of dropping his Atronach here just to AoE stun everybody. We talked about it earlier, and Lobo was running Ball of Lightning because he was playing solo, and Ball of Lightning is, I think it's a better morph solo. But he was like, if I had Streak on, I think we would have been much more effective, because that AoE streak would have stopped a lot of incoming damage. It would have CC'd them more. It would have stun locked them more, drained them of stamina more. And yeah, I agree. So at that point, like, streak would have been helpful, but he was very quick with his reaction time to drop the Atro and get the AoE stun. So now at this point we have the wall, and now we've just kited and tanked down a few different AoE ults. And so the one thing I'll say about this group is they didn't do a good job of coordinating ults together. You see 1 or 2 people coming in to drop an ult. Like, you'll see a Destro ult here, you'll see a Destro ult there, stuff like that. You'll see people popping resto ults, but nobody's really like coordinating attacks. You see a proxy deck coming in right there, but you don't see multiple people stacking proxies. You don't see coordinated burst combinations, whereas with us, you see that there will be. You'll see that we have a random DK with us, and we've already gotten a couple kills here. We have a random DK with us, and he's also coordinating burst with us really well, especially for not being on comms. And so part of the reason we do so well in this fight outnumbered is because we're just working together better than they are. So the minute I start getting focused, like Lobo's dropping his Atro, giving me line of sight. The minute Lobo starts getting focused, I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to focus and really burst and take out quickly on my perfectly balanced Stamina Necromancer. And so we're doing this stuff and we're just coordinating bursts together, trying to find the squishy targets. And you'll see there's a few times where somebody gets low and we all see it, like right here. We all see it. There's the leap, there's the DB. That guy just dies. And so we're coordinating ults to take people out. There's another death right there. And that's how these players are dying. And so we backed up here. They backed up here to the resource to set up a camp. And so now we're just going to push in on them with their ads. And we're just going to try and do it all over again and focus some players and single target them out. But yeah, like on this end, a few of them just weren't healing well, like stamina classes weren't rotating their vigors, they weren't keeping rally up, and they were getting stam locked a lot. Like there were a lot of times where like either it was super laggy and they couldn't CC break, or they just didn't have the stam, and I have no idea. See that leap with the execute? Really nice. And so we get another kill there. Like I said, the DK that was here was a beast. And so we're just trying to clean up. I'm trying to kill the ad so we don't get negated, and they set up some siege. I get hit with some nasty stuff, and so now I'm just going to line of sight really quick and get my heals up, get ready to pop a pot, and then go offensive. And you see this guy's like stun locked on the ground. DK gets another kill there. Here's one person coming in with a Destro ultimate, but they're just by themselves. This other person doesn't follow up with a DB to put them on the ground. They're just hitting chains. And yeah, it cost them. And so the minute that person died, they all backed up. Like if all these people pushed in and ult dumped, they could have really put some pressure on us. But because they didn't, and we have a lot more healers in group like they have a lot of healers and they're staying alive, but they didn't have a ton of damage. And so that's the cool part about these no proc tests, is not everybody's running around with a ton of free damage through proc sets. You have to build in a certain way. And there were so many times where we would run across a tanky individual, and they were so tanky, like you could not kill them, but they couldn't kill you either because they wanted to survive. And so they just chose that they were going to live instead of, this was an almost attempted nice burst. You see they came in with the vampire ult and they were going to drop a Nova right there. That was a good combination. We just got very lucky that we killed the person dropping the Nova before they were going to activate a synergy. So see, once again, this guy's almost dead. So we were able to get a kill there. DK was focusing with me. But yeah, you see in this entire fight that this group has a lot of healing. They have a lot of healing and survivability, but because of the lack of proc sets, you have to make sacrifices that you don't normally have to make in the current meta. And so if you make mistakes with the current defensive meta, you can still get saved. Like if you drop below X amount of health and somebody in your group's running Earthcore is going to proc on you and you're going to get healed and you're going to get saved. This entire test just showed how unforgiving it is. Like if you didn't defend yourself, you got punished for it. Me, them, didn't matter. Like and it was a very nice change of pace because fights ended rather quickly. And yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit. At this point, we were going to push out, and then we saw that they took the keep. And you see the proxy deck coming in. We're like, okay, well, if people took a keep while we were fighting all these guys, that means that there's more coming. A lot more coming. So let's just stay inside here and see what happens. So at this point, we're just trying to stay on bodies. I'm summoning Blast Bones, trying to find some squishier targets. And at this point, it's getting to be kind of chaos. There's 3-4 people in here. Drop a DB on the door. You see the Dragonite drops his leap. I drop my DB. We get a couple more quick kills at the door. And so now at this point, I'm just going to keep my buffs up. You see we got 3 or 4 people inside with more people coming in. Lobo saw someone. He's like, let's get upstairs. There's way too many. There's way too many coming. And I was like, all right, sounds good. So we're going to push up. You see the chains are coming in, so we're going to get around the corner. You see the meat bag coming in up top, and so we're going to watch out for that. This person was just trying to die. Looked like they were trying to respawn somewhere else, and so sure, I'll do my best to help out, do my best to get you to respawn and move on. So yeah, they weren't participating, but yeah, we ended up getting another kill in there with an ult dump, and you see this person not really healing, kind of away from everything else. So we get another quick kill there. And so all these guys, the 2 werewolves are all focusing the DK, and we're on stand builds. and we don't have any way to like AoE stun to keep them off. I don't have any sort of snare to stop it. You see they're going to drop a Destro ult here, so I'm going to go defensive. Don't want to walk through that with a Destro ult up and automatically get CC'd. And now they added a lot more people in Caltrops, just getting kind of pinned in the corner here. You see Caltrops coming down everywhere. You see all this stuff. And so some of the Blast Bones, you see they all hop off because the Dragon Knight did a really good job of hopping down and then undoing back up. Like I said, he played really, really well. He played really well. So we got 8 people after us. We got 3 or 4 people spamming radiating regen in the middle of the tower. We got a lot of people in this tower now. And so we're just trying to figure out where to go, what to do. So I just decided to come up to 3. They all came up after me, so I decided to drop off and go back 2. And yeah, we're just seeing that there's people everywhere in the tower, and we're like, okay, we gotta ult dump. We gotta eliminate some of these people. If we don't, we're gonna die. And so I summon a Blast Bones here. I go to dump my ultimate, and just as it happens, I take a bunch of damage. And I should have went defensive instead, but my concern was if we just spent more time line of sighting with that many people, we were gonna die anyways. And so I wanted to kind of just get the CC. The Dawnbreaker CC, knock them off of us, and end it there. But yeah, that's why I did it. That's why we failed. I failed us. But really fun fight. Really fun fight. That's going to be the end of this video, and that's going to be the end of this fight. If you guys have any questions or comments, please provide in the section below. I will do my best to answer it. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.